we figured out the problem, right? I mean, whether it started with staffing or because of how the venue was laid out or because of the mindset the people went into with this festival, regardless of how we got there, there's the problem of, hey, I'm a concert goer. I just wanted to see Travis Scott and now I'm stuck in this crowd and I can't get out. Is there, for people who maybe haven't been to a concert or have been to a lot of concerts, who find themselves in the situation on the fan side of things, not the staff side of things, what's the correct thing to do for yourself in this situation?
I mean, the easiest, everyone's going to say, stay calm. Well, you got to look at crowds are like water, right? It's like a river. It's going downhill towards an empty space. That's basically what a crowd is, right?
Okay.
And if you're in the middle of a rushing crowd, well, you don't want to swim against that water because you're just going to fall down. You don't necessarily want to go with that water because you don't know where it's going, but you want to get to the side of the river, right? So you just go with the crowd and try to go diagonal, make yourself as small as possible, turn to the side.
Yeah.
Even I do it all the time. Opening Warped Tour gates, right? And I'd have all these, we'd be pre-searching thousands of people and we'd be doing our best to not have people run. But when we would first open the gates, everyone's like, oh, Sully's going to get run over. And I would just turn to the side. And people would go right around you like you're a rock, right?
Yeah.
Turn to your side. Let people get past you. Don't keep your spot. And more importantly, if you're not comfortable, start making your way back.
Sully, I think people might be going around you because you're scary.
Nah, Warped Tour. No kids at Warped Tour by the end weren't afraid of me. Like what I'm on now, these kids aren't afraid of me. They're like, oh, it's Sully.
Sully again. Yeah.
But that's really the best thing is if you can think of a crowd as water.
Yeah.
And you got to get to the banks. Go at a diagonal angle until you get out of it. And that's really the only thing you can do. I heard one guy said, just don't scream, go with the crowd and pray somebody gets you out. That's pretty horrible advice, If you can't get to the side, you do want to go with the crowd, but you got to, always be just little inch at a time.
Yeah.
Little inch at a time. And it works. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And this sounds stupid and everyone laughs at me, but I get through these huge crowds. I can get from the mixed position to the front of the stage at Knotfest through all those mosh pits, all those people jammed together, just by tapping people on the shoulder and saying, excuse me. Yeah. So if you're in that crowd, you feel you can't get out, just start doing that. People will help you. There's always people out there that are going to help. Now, if you're in that actual, oh shit, we're moving, you just got to stay calm, keep your feet on the ground, and if you do fall down, just like old football practice, roll out of it, man. Just keep moving. The most important thing is keep moving, because what's going to happen is if you just stay there in a lump, you're going to get trampled on. And stay with your friends. Holy shit. Stay with your friends. Link arms with a friend. It's like all these people, oh, I'm going this way. I'm going to go to this show. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go, oh, this guy's cute. Oh, look at that girl. Stay with your friends. There's safety in crowds with numbers. Now, that's no guarantee. None of this is a guarantee. And that's the problem. The best thing you do is not get into that environment. Be aware of what's going on. If you're close enough to the barricade, just start telling people you want to get out. There's going to be people that are going to help you. There's going to be one guy in that crowd. There's going to be dads in that crowd that are going to help.
And maybe this situation in specific, Will, you've lived concerts. I've lived concerts, you longer than me by far, and you've seen so many things. Maybe this situation will, the good that will come of it is a lot of people will be educated on, the results of not doing these things, and will understand how far this can go if you don't work together.
And that's the only reason I'm doing this right now, is to really talk about taking care of yourself at a crowd. These kids that I work with years after years, they're like, I care about this stuff. I care about these kids. They're good kids. 90% of a crowd is awesome, no matter what crowd you're in. You may not like the music. You may not, agree with their politics or all this stuff that people get upset about that are working these shows, but they're good kids. They're out having fun, At least they're not sitting in their mom's basement playing active shooter games, right? Yeah. They're out doing something, and let's facilitate that. Let's let these kids, man, let's let them go enjoy and go see a band they've never heard of, But music's always been villainized,
Yeah.
Columbine was Manson's fault, It's just we will look for the easy answers, and that's what's going on right now. I read one thing how it was a portal for hell and all this crazy shit, and people. I mean, like people are
Stop
that's
reading.
that's in a newspaper.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
saying, like somebody printed that. So, and all this crazy, like I said, a security guard got jabbed in the neck. That caused thousands of people to rush. That doesn't happen. And that may cause 10, 15 people to say, let's get the fuck out of here. But that's not going to make thousands of people rush towards the stage, right? That was it was a stage crush, And unfortunately, there's some other things involved in playing. I mean, it wasn't one thing, So you gotta look at it. And you gotta understand that in your crowd, you may be having fun, but that fun can turn crazy so quick, and that's exactly what happened.
It was just the right combination of things that only happen a small percent of the time.